So, this is another Patreon request, and this one comes from Gordon Rajani, who asked me to do another Witch video, and this is a crossover with Sailor Moon. He asked me basically to more or less do a Witch crossover with another magical girl group, and Sailor Moon was, of course, the top of the list. And obviously, since Witch has a lot of inspiration from Sailor Moon, kind of makes, sense. And you've probably seen a lot of Sailor Moon Witch crossovers, either in fanfiction or YouTube. It's kind of obvious. It's kind of the obvious one. But we're gonna try our best not to make it too obvious, okay? We're gonna try our best here not to make it too obvious. And as always, if you would like to have a Patreon request done yourself by me, hit the link below to my Patreon, and when you hit the 4th tier, you can not only send me requests to do here on YouTube, you can also check out the exclusive videos. The word got away from me. The exclusive videos here on YouTube, and over on Patreon. And among those is the start of a new podcast series called The Requalizers, where me and a special guest kind of talk about what movies could get a new reboot / sequel or a requel, like in the vein of Halloween or the new Scream movie, stuff like that. So let's get into it with this Witch Sailor Moon crossover. So this is going to be set during season 2 of Witch, aka not to say the first season's bad, it's not perfect, but the second season had Greg Weisman run the show, and it's far superior. You clearly see, right? We all clearly saw, the massive improvement. The first season, it's not bad, but it's, there's some cringe in there. Probably because, apparently, it was, the writers didn't know how to write female characters. And then, when the show got renewed for a second season, Greg Weisman was put on board, and he was like, I'll show you how to write an interesting female character, assholes. That's what happened. So we're gonna do season 2, so this is Nerissa as the villain. And we also have, in here on the Sailor Moon side, we're going to be doing the Sailor post-Sailor Saturn arc. We're going to be doing the post-Sailor Saturn arc. So in the manga / the new anime of Crystal, Sailor Saturn, was turned back into a baby and was being raised by the Outer Scouts. So there's where we are. We are right before, Galaxia comes in and starts murdering everything like she's goddamn Thanos. So this story more or less starts off in Japan, and what is going on is that the Outer Scouts are attacked by a unknown assailant, and it turns out they look like the girls from Witch. It's, and they managed to fight them off, but now they're put on high alert, and Sailor Pluto makes a quick call to Usagi going, hey, we just got attacked by a bunch of magical girls, and we have some information, we know what's going on, come find us. So the Inner Scouts, the Outer Scouts get together, they all just group together, and essentially Sailor Pluto and the Outer Scouts basically lay down the law of saying, so here's the deal. We know who attacked us, and you should be prepared for, a real fight. This is going to be a real tough one. It turns out that they know about the Guardians and the end of Kandrakar, because a long time ago, in a galaxy not far away at all, it's our fucking galaxy, there was a war between Kandrakar and the Moon Kingdom. Essentially, both in the heyday before the end of the Moon Kingdom, the people of the Moon had more or less traversed other universes. They'd been able to travel to other universes, and one of the universes they went to was Kandrakar. Well, unfortunately, what happened was the people of that magical realm were not exactly the nicest people. So they essentially tried to take the technology from the moon and expand their own little kingdom. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So, more or less what happened is that Kandrakar and the Moon Kingdom went to war. The Moon Kingdom won, It was devastating, and they were just like, let's not go there anymore. Fuck them guys. So there's the problem. Therein lies the problem. It's there's already a shit list. Now, obviously, as you know, this is not the people from Witch. This is obviously not Will and the others. You've probably figured that out the moment you were watching this video. It turns out that those were shape-shifting creatures that were once under Barrel's control. They're surviving monsters from Barrel's army that were contacted by Nerissa because Nerissa wants Sailor Saturn. She wants Sailor Saturn, and she believes that she can, like, Nerissa's whole plan in this whole situation is that what she wants to do is take poor little Hotaru and more or less raise her herself and raise her to be a weapon of mass destruction, because she knows what Sailor Saturn is capable of, and use her as a WMD against Kandrakar and Earth. That's not good. So the next part of the and she's like, well, I can't fight the, like Nerissa evenly admits, I'm strong, and my warrior alliance and my dark alliance is, you know, strong too, but I can't fucking fight Sailor Moon. Have you seen that bitch? She's strong. Like, so she already knows, like, she can't fight them head on, but her plan is to, like, kill two birds with one stone, is to basically have the Guardians and the Sailor Guardians, you know, the Sailor Senshi, fight each other, like, more or less just attack one another, kill each other, hopefully, and during the chaos she'll be like, I'm gonna steal you, baby. Bye. And that's her whole plan, is like steal the baby, make it into a weapon, done. So of course, like, Will and the others also get this news because they get it, like, the school gets attacked by these shape-shifting monsters that made themselves look like the Sailor Guardians, and people know about the Sailor Guardians, that, you know, obviously people have seen them running around Japan, there'd probably be some news there. So Will and the others are like, what's going on? This isn't right. Are they under mind control? This isn't cool. And yeah, it's a war zone. And by the time the real Sailor Guardians arrive, they're already pissed off that, you know, they believe that they're sent by Kandrakar to kill them. So this becomes the typical, you know, crossover standard where the two heroes fight and the villains are like, oh, this is so cool. And of course, Nerissa takes this opportunity to be like, yoink! And, of course, the heroes are like, oh, fuck that bitch, we are going after her. So they go after her, and Nerissa reveals a little special secret that she was planning on doing. What she wanted to do, not just use Hotaru as a weapon, but also as like a battery to bring back someone really bad. That person is Queen Metalia. And Metalia, she wants to use Sailor Saturn's energy to bring back Queen Metalia and use her just to destroy both worlds. And again, Hotaru is like her herald and stuff. So the Guardians and the Guardians and the Sailor Senshi unite to fight this just threat of this Omega level threat, essentially. As for characters like hanging out, like Cornelia, I wanted to have some fun stuff between Sailor Venus and Cornelia. Just those two together would be hysterical. Having them, like, because obviously Cornelia and Sailor Venus would have the most shit to say about each other's costumes, right? Like, obviously those two would be talking shit the whole time. I also wanted to have there's just so many like Irma and Ray, Sailor Mars. Those two would be great together. It'd be fun. It'd be so much fun. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much. I know it's a little by the numbers, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't. Sometimes the simple formula works, right? Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Witch Sailor Moon crossover? Just comment below, let me know, and as always, if you haven't already, hit the link below and join up on my Patreon. And hopefully I'm gonna have some new content hopefully up by tonight, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, though, I am Mr. Multiverse, and I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.